Oh, Lord of mercy. Ooh. Alrighty. I promise you, like, I can't get over, I've got to redo, like, the thing, like, how this thing works. Because when I tell you, it makes me look way paler. And I'm white. I get it. I'm white. But, like, it makes me look way paler than what I really am. It's a big bunch of honky pooey. Like, it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. Like, it doesn't look right. So, all right, guys, it is Sunday morning. We're nice and early because that's what we do when we do our coffee and tarot. Hey, Kelsey, how are you? It's funny because I don't know if this is just me or if this was, well, they're saying something right now. So I was feeling like in the mood this morning, like in the mood as far as, let me rephrase that, as far as like jolly, like Christmas mood. I heard music come on, like I'm getting up, getting ready, and I'm like, I already put it on there. I'm gonna go get my coffee. I'm not doing much, right? Like this is just, and I'm not gonna do much. I'm just gonna get on. And so I'm just getting stuff together and I'm dancing already. No coffee, no nothing. And then like I was feeling it, like, in the mood, like in a good mood. We'll just put it that way. I don't know. And then I go and I start singing Christmas music in my head. And so it just kept, and then it stuck with one. Nice and cozy, comfy, or nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. Like, I don't know. That one is the one that kept going over and over and over and over. I was like, okay, now. So that's kind of the mood this morning. The mood. Right? I'm like, oh, I was in a mood. How's that? In a mood. Like in the Christmas mood. Something like that. And then I was, just before I hit go, it repeated nice and rosy. And I was like, oh, a rose. And I was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Like I was doing the whole little like little quinky dink synchronicity thingies. I don't know. Like I really got to figure out a way to do this. The reason my camera is as high as it is and you don't see this, which maybe I just need to put it higher and angle it down, like is because my computer's right here so that I can see how everybody chats. But maybe I need to move that to the side so I can chat like this, and then like look at you all. I don't know. I gotta play around. Sometimes you do what you can do given the space. And like we have Christmas trees everywhere. This is one of the tiniest ones that we've got. And me and my little one was putting it together yesterday. And usually in the boxes, I keep the ornaments. And I was like, I feel like I stuck all the ornaments in the other, because there's another one that size in the other box. So now I got to go back to storage. And I was like, this is lovely. But he's like his mama. He loves lights. Like, look at this guy. Like, I look like, oh my gosh. I gotta tell you, I'm changing the bulbs out these fucking things because I cannot stand. Let me do this. Is that even, that might be better. It gets on my damn nerves. But we're gonna pull some cards. We're gonna get ready. And I am going to, no offense, guys, but I'm about to put a sweatshirt on. Because, like, I want the heater on, but it's louder than shit. So, knocking myself out. All right. Let's just do this. This is what happens when you're just like, I'm just going to come on. Blah, 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 blah. So, all right. Yep. I literally was up enough just to make my coffee. That's really what I did. The light is killed. 444. Oh my gosh. The counter on this thing is frozen, and it was frozen at 444. Like for 5 seconds. Holy shit. Okay, so just so that you're aware, that's a sign. All right, now we can settle in and we can. And my owl. And I tell you, whoo, that keeps it hot. Okay, why are we in the Christmas spirit? I think it has something to do with. I think that they're. It's a little bit like, it feels a little bit like they're saying something to the effect of, okay, so, Christmas is something, I feel like they're honing in on the time. They are honing in on the time frame. So it is a more imminent type of reading. More happy reading. Like maybe whatever's going to come through is going to add to someone's spirits. And I do feel like, okay, so they're showing me, because they're showing me like the month, right? And it's like, I see like a square, I see the calendar, and then towards the end of the month, I've got like all these little Christmassy decorations that do like this. So it looks like a square, Christmassy decorations that kind of like are splitting up like this, at the corner of the thing. And so it's like, the light is emanating from like this tree. There's like a light. I know the symbolism that they give me, guys. And I'm like, okay. And so there's light beaming, and it's almost as if it's like, they're wanting me, and anything beyond the day after Christmas is like regular on the calendar. So it's like they're trying to keep me on this side of Christmas. Now I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but they're going to use references that I'm very familiar with to help me understand. There's a lot of holidays during this season, a lot. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. There's another one. Cannot remember. So it's just one of those things where it's like they're using what my brain would go towards, right? So they're saying, so it's like closer, which would give me about like a 3-week time frame, okay? And it's very specific about before December ends, right? Like before the new year. Okay. And then they keep honing in on the cozy one. Nice and rosy and comfy, cozy. But they keep wanting me, because I forget the rosy part, and they keep wanting, how cozy are we? That one, cozy. Like there's something that's going to let you, I feel like you're going to feel like settled in, rested, or at peace with something. I don't know. Because if I'm the kind of person, like I'm feeling good, if I'm scrooched up on a couch and I'm really cozy, I don't have a lot of worries. I'm trying to figure out why. I guess it's going to come out in reading, and I'm like, okay, that's it for the symbolism. And they're like, no. I was like, okay, well, I'm feeling that one's speaking to me, right? So I got all three of them I have 3 decks that were like, I'm like, where do I start? And I kept feeling this one heavier. As soon as I touch it, they're like, nope. I'm like, okay. Let's get in. All right, ladies. I will acknowledge that the feminine is here today, starting this off. And so that may be important. Anytime I see, like I've had it where it was like the men show up and it's like boom, 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 all the men. And I'm like, oh, the masculine, and when I've got just, as I'm aware, I mean, obviously not everybody's posting, so. Okay. Oh, okay. Simple, complex words of pain are words that heal. You come to know the truth by the way that it feels. Talking about your intuition here. You know the truth by how it feels, not by the circles that you could think around something or the many and varied ways, the pros and cons list that you can come up with. It's how you feel about something, like a knowing, okay? A cure for longing. Now, I like this one because love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. And I feel like they're saying love is more than that which you experience with another person. It is the thing that keeps you alive. It is what separates us from our previous existence versus here. It is that living from a heart-centered space, right? I want to rephrase that because some people will try to twist that. Love is like something that's neutral in the etheric. It is the union of everything. That is what love is. The union of everything in the etheric, okay? Here, love is a happiness. It is the spark. It is the thing that allows us to feel alive and to experience this existence. Plenty of people, and even you all, have had moments in your life where you don't feel alive. You don't feel a spark. So you're merely existing. You're not living. And love is what brings this existence to life. Okay? It is the entire point. And so they're asking you, as a result, the only way to do that is to live boldly and live deliberately instead of merely existing and going with the flow. Like, sometimes people are like, there's a need to not fight currents and they're like, go with the flow. But there's also there's a detriment to that as well. To just allowing what may come to dictate everything in your life. And so there's a need to be very deliberate and bold within your skin. And they second this notion with the art of life. I know this card like it's not even funny. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. So they're talking about the love, that spark within you, and allowing it to shine where others can see it, right? Like that, I feel like that spark within you is your true essence, your true core, your childlike wonder. It is the purest form of you. And when that is allowed to express itself, it's seen in light, but it takes a lot. It's being very bold to do so, right? And especially in a society that has taught us to conform to a standard so that we can have acceptance and stability and security. I think this is reflected right now on the global scale where people are being gaslit into believing that if they stand up against genocide, somehow they are evil because they're anti-Semitic or whatever else. And it's like, that's the biggest bunch of bullshit. And when you have a larger power, which is the influences with money, trying to tell you otherwise and trying to dictate how you know what I mean? It's easy to run and hide. It's easy to hide what we know to be true for ourselves, what feels right. Because not saying something doesn't fucking feel right. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. That's the truest form of who I am. And to honor that, I must live deliberately and choose boldly. So they want you to, and the fact that they say, let your love, your spark, your true essence, your core, who you really truly are, that vulnerable aspect of yourself, untainted by everything else, let it dance in sight. It is letting it be seen, allowing yourself to be seen, no longer hiding it, no longer conforming, just being your true authentic self and loving that. And that, it says, then you have arrived. When you are able to do that Own who you are, own your power, own your truth, and live it deliberately. Like making the choice, all your choices to reflect who you truly are. Then you have arrived. And that's what they're asking you to do. So there's plenty of times when we hide those aspects, when we don't make the choices that reflect who we truly are, the choices that don't align with our truest essence, our truest form, our childlike essence, that spark within us. It doesn't align. And we'll make choices out of here, even though it feels not right. And they're asking you not to make choices from your mind, but to choose from this space. Okay, there's a reason. And I feel like there's a reason, there's the buildup for this. So they want me to go to the moon magic first. The only ones that are highlighted right now for me are oracles. So we're just going to go with the flow. We're just going to go with it. Ooh, Milky Way. Y'all know I love sailing. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. I feel like this is going to be a very, when they said cozy, that's what it feels. It feels like a very paced conversation, okay? Nothing super hyper fast paced or very animated. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna read it as it came out, guys, okay? Motherfucker. So I highlight sometimes, right? I highlight shit. Let me just show you. I highlight shit, right? What did I say they were showing me on the fucking calendar? I said there's something about Christmas and before, right? Like they're showing me Christmas really lit up and then like something before and then, nothing much afterwards, but it's definitely in this. And I was like, it's something about, and then I said, oh, there's all kinds of holidays. They're just using my reference. This might be an actual journey, such as a holiday. Or vacation. We've been talking about this. It keeps coming up. Guys, I use a million different decks, okay? And it still comes up every time I turn around. I don't know why, okay? I don't know why. But it does. So here we go. Indicate a spiritual journey, a retreat, or perhaps some type of therapeutic experience, hence the coziness. I swear to you, goodness gracious. It is a card of movement, suggesting that your life is about to become more dynamic and adventurous. Even though, like, I just said this reading's more laid back and chill and relaxed and cozy versus, kind of thing. And they're like, oh, well, that's about to happen. What is more, the journey represented here is a significant one. You'll be changed in some way by this trip and what it entails. So it could indicate that a holiday romance is on the cards, which becomes more serious than you imagined, or a promotion is soon to follow a successful business trip. The card shows you that you're about to move forward in some way, so what are you waiting for? Take the first step and book that trip. So journey, therapeutic, and adventure. There's some level of, I told you I was feeling a move and a travel for some people, okay? Here recently, there's even a trip was coming out. I'm a little, that thing was cutting the circulation off. I'm like, okay. So there may be something related to a place at a distance where there was even like a reprieve. There was a previous reading, 2 or 3 readings ago, where I was like, there's some level of like like you get to kind of like a respite. Remember the respite card coming out? And it's like there's some level of like, all right, let's keep going. Let's figure out what this is. Arcturus. Guardian, family, and support. This card indicates the close bonds that you share with loved ones. It could refer to urban family of close friends and colleagues, as well as your birth family. This card suggests that you have a good support system in place. Why can I not talk? You should not be afraid to call on friends and family if you need them. Okay, the fact that we've got this and this, some level of like, some level of reprieve, getaway, trip. Someone's having something either with family, like true family, like just getting away, even if it's for a weekend. We've had this before. I feel like we're playing ding 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 ding, like full circle moment here. There's also a level of maybe it's somebody that you consider family, like really close friends. It may be going to see somebody at a distance. It may just allowing yourself to get away. And we did say that somebody needed to get away from their current environment for something, and that there's something there waiting for you. As in something will happen at like it is the hallmark, is what I want to say, of something occurring for you. Aspiration, ambition, and striving. It's asking you to think about what you really want from your life and what you can give to the world in return. Manifestation is a collaboration. So if you want to be a singer, you will be using your talent to offer entertainment to the world. If you want to be a writer, you will be gifting your imagination and so on. Ambition comes naturally to some people, and they have no problems making their dreams come true. For others, however, it is something that needs to be nurtured. Some people need to be trained to have an aspiration, and that's okay too. You just need to see yourself achieving goals and ambitions. Visualize it on a daily basis. And when any negative patterns of thought creep in, gently replace them with a bright vision. This card's reminding you that you have to be able to dream it before you can become it. All right, where are we going with this? I don't feel like whoever I'm reading for needs to be told to dream of something. I feel like there's already been something that's been on someone's mind. Celebration and movement. For fuck's sake, guys. It's urging you to celebrate. Celebrate your life, your existence, your family, your relationships, your career. Celebrate your health, your wealth, and happiness. Celebration is a form of gratitude. And when this card comes up, it is reminding you to celebrate every little win, because if we fail to celebrate the small victories, the big ones might never come. You should ensure that you are making every milestone of your life worth with marking every celebration. Jesus. Mark everything with a celebration of some kind. Celebration is your latest victory, whatever it may be. Celebrate whatever your latest victory is. Why are we having this with the Stargazer? We have the Stargazer where it is you need to be dreaming it and celebrate all the little things. It's almost as like these two things are helping you. How are they connected though? These two things will help you to attain something. Like the notion of allowing yourself to believe something, to see it, to experience it, to imagine it, to play in the field of possibilities, and to not like poo-poo, like, logically tamper something down. It's getting into that childlike wonder, right? Instead of being too adulty. And between that energy of allowing yourself to play in the field of possibilities and then celebrating every little milestone you come across as you get closer to that, or as you accomplish anything that you desire, allowing that to kind of like be your motivation. Like these two things signify motivation to me. and will help propel the movement. What does this have to do with some level of, and maybe that's what they're like, you know what? Like, you may not be where you think you should be, but why don't you deserve this right now? Okay. Because it feels a little bit like there's something within getting away and doing something, and a reprieve, a respite, a trip of some degree. All right, where are we going to go with this is the question. How are they connected? We did have the travel and change card out of this deck the other day. How are they connected? Because celebration just feels like, especially if we're talking about a holiday or allowing yourself to, it's like let yourself just have a good one. Like, just because you're not where you think you should be doesn't mean that you shouldn't allow yourself to enjoy every moment in the process. I would think holiday is likened to the celebration, right? I feel a disconnect, though. I feel a disconnect between the two. Like, what are you trying to say? I'd like to be able to. There's a book. I'm not taking a book. Okay, I saw you. I feel something disconnecting. Like being in the moment and then just disconnecting and disconnecting and disconnecting. Not disconnecting, disassociating a little bit. Disassociating from the spark that's within you. It reminds me of apathy. It just is kind of like, it reminds me of the last reading where I said like there were certain things that were coming through messages and somebody's just like dismissing everything. Like nothing hits home, so nothing feels, because over here it talks about the way that you feel, and it's like someone's numbed out, can't feel. Because I'm feeling like a big disconnect between the idea of believing in something and dreaming about something and allowing yourself to go there in the field of possibilities and then celebrating. And it's like, this feels so far removed from it left me. I don't even remember what those two were about. I feel so disconnected. Hold the fuck on. What was it? Oh, Jesus. A journey, adventure, holiday. Oh my God. Family, like going somewhere was like, okay. Wow. Okay, so here we have success, justice, secrecy, and danger. I thought we was going to be cozy today, Spirit. I thought we were going to be like, oh, it feels so good. La, la, la. It's making me fucking work hard this morning. Jesus. That's not how I was anticipating this to go at all. feel like a stranglehold right now. Like, to get this message feels a little bit like between the slow paced and the meandering of it and the type of cards that we're pulling out, and then like something again, yet messages not making sense. I have no clue what this means at all. I'm not getting energy from the cards. I may just be in somebody's in a loop. Somebody's in a loop. I feel like somebody may be like, I feel like somebody needs this. Oh shit. Somebody needs to get away with family or with friends or to just like decompress, go somewhere else and be in a different energy because they can't seem to fucking get their inner child back online. They can't find that spark inside. They're finding it difficult to live boldly and like just they can't feel or anything else like that. And they're not honing in on the messages that are coming in. Like somebody is receiving information and they're not seeing how it's applicable to their life. They're dismissive of it. They're disassociating from their own intuition. Like there's a level of like and that's what this is. That's where the danger is. Okay. I was like, what is like there's a danger in that. There's a danger in like subverting some level of success. There's a danger in that. Somebody's not, they live out of their mind. 9 of Swords. This loop that you're in, this state of being that you are chained to, with the Devil with the 9 of Swords, it is a crippling pattern, a crippling illusion, a crippling like loop. That's what I'm trying. Like it's like you're repeating something. It's a crippling state of being. You're stuck in this crippling mind. Somebody needs to get away in order to change that. You need to tap back into your spark. You need to tap back into the true essence of you. Right now, you're living an invisible life. Remember, that's what I said. Like sometimes, like remember I said the flow can sometimes just be letting anything and everything happen to you instead of being bold and deliberate. You're just like, whatever. It's like somebody laying, and YouTube, don't get mad. It's like somebody laying across the railroad tracks. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And it's like, do you know that can sometimes be spiritual bypassing as well? Like not taking an active role in your life, not actively doing anything about this, not even trying to seek that aspect of yourself back out. You are so disconnected from being in, wow, this is not going where I thought it was going, guys. Like I feel like and the idea of where I got the calendar, like it has to happen this month, it needs to happen, is the notion of maybe like, even if you have a holiday that you celebrate that's coming up, get away for it. Go. If you don't have a holiday, fucking pick a weekend and go. Like you need to get out of this energy because you are just, I feel like I've been lobotomized is what it feels like. Like I like things just don't register. They don't come online. Tell me about the Justice card. You don't feel anything. You really don't. They're bringing me to a time in my life when my child was really young and life was exceptionally hard. And my oldest one, and he's the one that couldn't sleep at all at night. Again, the one that we believe has autism potentially, has all kinds of other, but it makes sense. He's exceptional. He's exceptional and he does well now. But it created issues for him when he was growing up. It really did, as a young child, especially when a parent doesn't know, right? And he would be up all hours of the night. I had to work so much during the day. He would have these, like, everything revolved around him and his needs and his wants and how he felt, all kinds of stuff. And I remember rocking him in the middle of the night and I finally crying because I never got to enjoy anything. And I used to be so angry with Spirit. Like, I don't even get to enjoy anything because I am constantly worried about the next thing because there were so many demands on me. I was a single parent. I had the worst job ever. I did child protective services. So I was out protecting other people's children while not spending with mine, working 12-hour days, not getting to see my child, but for maybe an hour a day. I didn't work where I lived. So it took, like, the commute was long. It was just like, it was constant. And like when you're having to deal with a child that has exceptional needs and has sensory issues, and it's like you're running on no sleep, and it's like I imagined being a parent completely different, and at least hoped that I could enjoy a few moments. And I felt like I would, the only way that I could survive, I was in survival mode, was to be numb. And they reminded me of that. And that's what it feels like just having to get through to the next hit. And so it's being offline. And in that, there's a lack of self-care as well that they're bringing me towards. And now they have the King of Swords. So it's like, you really are in this very negative air element. If you've got the King of Swords, you're doing, you're constantly in your head and you're doing. And negatively speaking, it's almost as if you're just pushing through, right? Because there's an aggressive nature to when you're in survival mode, there is no caring about how people feel, especially yourself. I just got to get it done. That's all that matters. And isn't that the way that our society is set up? It really can squash our truest essence, our truest nature. And it impedes and prevents you from being able to manifest or create anything that you want in your life. You feel it's like you try to get in control, because the King of Swords, negatively aspected, would be one that takes control, and there's a damage to that. Instead of manifesting, instead of creating. This is the Magician, by the way. So the idea is you need to get away to be able to get back to there's like an internal shift that does need to happen. But you need to be out of your normal routine, out of your normal environment, your normal haunts, and preferably in a situation where there may be a level of livelihood to help you, right? So this is more than just going out into nature and be like, okay, it's like you need some external stimuli, friends, family, a holiday, like some level of like celebration, like something to get to help pull you out, because it's not about just like taking a break from things. It is engaging in something that helps you find those pieces of yourself again. You need to come back online. What is the secrecy? there's something there for you. The secrecy is what you will. It's almost like a surprise. There's something in it for you to do this. Something more than you would realize. We do have the Knight of Cups with the Queen of Cups. I can't tap into this. There's this disconnect. I need to get out of this energy so I can read. I don't want to be in their energy anymore. I heard easier said than done. I can just feel somebody saying, I can't do that. Like I'm hearing all kinds of reasons that someone could not do this. Is Spirit going to make a way for this to happen? Okay, so they're giving me something like when you're in the doing, you're not in the longing anymore. It's a cure for longing. Like there's a sense of like when I was again, my story when I was younger, I was in my 20s, guys. 24 is how old I was. And I was trying to do this, and it was like I just wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to be able to absorb it and experience it, and even the crying, like I couldn't even enjoy the crying because in the midst of that, all I could think of is I have to get up at this time, and then I have to be ready by this time, and then I have to do this for this how long, then I start thinking about how my head is going to hurt and how this is going to do this, and I just couldn't. I didn't. There wasn't enough time in the day. There was too much on my shoulders, and all I could do was long for a time. Hey, Terry. An illusion. All those reasons you can't do something. Either that or you are so like you're buying into an illusion that you can't. Because you can. Because you can. It's like it's a cure for the confusion. It's a cure for this, the mental entrapment, that loop. It's a cure for that. It'll break that pattern for you. It's Tower. It'll ground you back into yourself, Queen of Pentacles, and it'll bring you back online. It'll ignite that spark. The Page of Wands, that's the spark. Something will happen as a result of getting away that will ignite some level of spark. If it's like one of those things that you can meet a lover, you can meet you might have you might find where you want to live. You might find a job. You might find a special connection. Like there's something there. There's something in doing this. It's like the thing that you don't know is there's something there for you, something in the process of doing this that will happen. Okay. I still feel very solemn, very like not believing in the possibility. It honestly feels like just another thing that I have to do versus something that I feel drawn to do. You are out of you're not really in your body feeling things though. You're disconnected. And so it's kind of like you don't have a draw to it. You don't have, and your mind saying it's not possible or it's not feasible. It's just yet another thing to do. It feels more like a chore. Yeah, you've got a decision to make. You're not really sure. It doesn't. But in this choice is some level of peace restored. It's like I always talk about the Four of Wands being a milestone. That's what was in one of the cards. And it's like there's a milestone with this. This is a milestone. This is a mile marker. This is like a point. Like remember, I kept seeing that one really lit up space on the calendar. It's like it marks the point from which you can leave the Three of Swords, sorrow, and finally move forward, Chariot. I cannot get into this reading as like a reader. I'm just giving the message. It's like I can't, like I feel like I'm not delivering good enough because I can't articulate this well. That's that King of Swords energy. Too mental. That's the whole reason. But even your mental won't let you. So what the fuck are they? What? Why give something to somebody that makes it feel like I know you? Talk about some of y'all like go see friends, go see family. Like sometimes I just want to be alone. I don't want to be around people that feels like a fucking chore, especially when I'm in this kind of an energy, right? Fuck. King of Swords, Queen of Cups. I'm sorry, Spirit, but I gotta be honest with you. Like, if this is the energy of the person, there's a hell of a lot more convincing you're gonna have to do. This does not feel like somebody who's gonna be like, yes, that's what I need. It's like, that feels like a fucking chore. I already have enough on my plate. Why would I add to it? What are you gonna do to help them along in this? It's like asking somebody deep into depression. Go take a shower. You'll feel better. In no way, shape, or form do they have any frame of reference where they'll feel better after they take a shower. And it's like, for fucking what? I can't see how that's going to, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't feel like fucking getting that. No. like it seems like, oh yeah, so it's that simple. It's like it's not that simple. That's what somebody's saying. It's not that simple. Good God, guys. It's not that simple, Spirit. How are you going to make sure that they're able to do this? Are you going to pick them up and take them to the shower? Is gold going to rain down on them from the shower? Like what? They're just hoping that you will follow the guidance, the star, because there's healing in that. It'll bring you back to a balance that you've been desiring. They're hoping by telling you this is going to bring you to that space that you've been seeking internally to be able to, you know what I mean? To change how you see. They hope that letting you know that there's some level of healing in this, and that if you just follow the guidance, it's going to bring you back to yourself, that will be enough for you to be able to. Like they're saying there's something very healing and very changing about the mental realm in doing this. Are you going to give them the means? There's a lot of transformation to be had. 6 of Swords. And things being brought back into balance. Karma being restored. Things being made right. Justice card. Mental clarity to be had. So just go. They've got a lot on their plate, and they just get up and go. Like I don't know. Like I'm feeling like, because it has to be more than just like going out into nature. So that to me is like, okay, what if it's like money wise? Like this could be as simple as somebody inviting you out to some level of celebration that you really, really don't want to, you're not feeling it, and you don't see how it's going to, it could be like a party or something, or some type of something, right? And you need to go. But I feel like it's they're like, you need a break from this seriousness. And you need to get back in touch with, because this is what you're missing up here. And maybe that's what they mean by you need to be bold in your skin. You need to live deliberately and choose boldly. You may feel completely like no, and you may have a million reasons no, but they're asking you to make a bold choice in doing this and going there, because there's something to be had. Yes, it's a collective. It's just a collective, so. I don't know. This may be the thing that they're asking you to say yes to. We've been talking about that. Will they have the means to, aside from the motivation, will they have the means? And we'll leave it at that, because that felt very, the money, the transportation, the opportunity, like all of that. We have the star with the sun. You're going to have to choose to take a break, to take this vacation. We've got the Hangman, which is the pause, which is the reprieve, which is that's why even it's like a retreat. Like it's just doing something to reset you. You're going to have to fucking choose it, and you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to make the move towards it. It is your choice. And I feel like you feel as if you're just walking right into, you may feel like this may be requesting somebody to do something you feel like you don't have the capacity to do right now, beyond just mentally and emotionally, right? You may feel like you don't have the ability to get away, especially if you have so many demands on your energy and your time. And so you feel like you might be walking right into whatever, right? 10 of Swords in the front. But really, it's a new life. It's a new lease on life that you're going to be getting out of this. New inspiration. Is there going to be any 3D world obstacles? I feel like saying don't gaslight yourself. We've got the 7 of Swords. Like you, but the other thing about the 7 of Swords is you having to, it's positive mental preparation. Sword Suit's all about the mental realm, right? The way in which we see something. And it's time to position yourself in such a way where you can be successful and maintain success. It's a mental recalibration so that you can get back into your Queen of Cups energy. Okay, I love it, but do not ignore me one more time, Spirit, when I'm asking, are they going to have the means to do this? Because we live in a world where finances are an issue, jobs make us choose X, Y, and Z. Don't ask people to do something if they don't have the fucking means. It's like asking somebody, get on the train and go here. I don't have the fucking money. What do you want me to do? Break the law and get on and you know what I mean? It's like, please answer the fucking question because I'm in somebody's energy and they are not having this bullshit. Either you come right. If you choose it, it will come. If that's what you really truly desire, if you say yes to this, if you're like, yes, I want to redo, it's the 9 of Cups. You'll receive it. We do have a fish in this Page of Cups. You'll receive whatever necessary resources there are to do this, is what I feel like saying. If you ask for it, yes. It's like the person who says, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do this. And then the method or means show up. And the biggest, they're like acting like this is going to be easy peasy. Like if you want it, sure, just wish for it. Like just ask for it. Just be like, okay, this is what I want. And put that desire out there and it's going to come. Like you're going to have all the resources to do it, right? They're acting like the biggest thing to overcome is your internal mental realm that will try to convince you otherwise, because you have here the Strength card where she's trying to tame that lion, that inner beast that roars itself up, right? And it's that battle, the internal battle that goes on. And frequently the ego wins, right? Frequently the fear-mongering egoic devil id wins. And they're asking you to let your high priestess determine. Now, I know you feel out of touch, but I think that you still know that you need to do this. It's almost as if they're like, you need to do this to bring this back online. You really need to do this. So even if you don't feel like intuitively receiving a message for this, you know instinctively something is wrong with the fact that you're offline, that you're not connected, that you're not, you know what I mean? And you're like, this has got to change. And you need to overcome whatever argument is in your mind that would prevent you. This apathy, this illusion, this anxiety-ridden thought processes, this aggressive mental state. Like it might be, that's the most difficult, really. But you desperately need this. And it's going to have a bit more to it than you realize. You're going to get out of it something you truly, truly want and desire. There's something more to it. There's a level of secrecy around that, but just trust it. Just trust it. Comfy, cozy are we? Maybe that's when you get to where you're going. That's the energy you'll be in. Alrighty. I just thought it was gonna be all like, ooh, la 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 la. I mean, maybe once you get out of your environment and you get where you're going, your energy will be fucking just immediately different. And maybe your environment and where you are, your location, plays a major factor into your inability to be able to just let go. But you've got to do something to get back in touch with that inner aspect of yourself, because you are so offline and you're missing and you're disconnected a lot from a lot of intuition and messages. And that is going to be dangerous for you. You being disconnected from the field of possibilities and this level of like being happy about even the smallest achievements, that's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. So, Lord, that gave me a headache. Sure as heck did. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off because I need to enjoy my coffee next to a lit up little Christmas tree and everything like that, because that was whatever. So I hope this message found whoever it is meant for. And yeah, I'll see you guys later this week.